will now step by step I will explain you. मैंने अभी रिवर्स ऑर्डर में आपको बताया कि सक्सेशन प्लानिंग कैसे होगी. तो फर्स्टली यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द बिजनेस प्लान ऑफ योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Being an HR, being an if you are the person who is responsible to build this succession plan strategy for your organization. Firstly, you understand what are the business plan for future of what the organization is thinking, how the organization structure is going to change in upcoming days. Is there any new business unit is going to open या कोई नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च कर रहा है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपका या कोई मर्जर एंड एक्विजिशन हो रहा है. हाँ? कोई मर्ज आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन किसी बड़े कंपनी के साथ मर्ज हो रहा है या एक्वायर कर रहा है कोई कंपनी. Okay, या सेल कर रहा है. So lot of factors are there external which is present in the external environment which is responsible for your succession plan. Okay, so these are the first step that you must understand the business case of your organization. Okay, for a future perspective. Second step, once you identify the business case, once you know that this will be the structure after 5 years of your organization, okay, then you'll find it out the critical roles which will play an important critical position which will play an important role in your organization success in a future aspect. After 5 years, who will give the best in organization development?
Leadership.
Leadership you can say, or you can say critical positions. Leadership is a part of critical positions, but as you also done that activity to find it out the critical position in the critical functions or critical departments. Okay, who is the the strategic departments of your organization. तो द स्ट्रेटेजिक डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जितने भी लोग उस डिपार्टमेंट में काम करेंगे, ऑल दोस पीपल आर द क्रिटिकल पीपल्स, critical positions. Okay, so that is the first one, business case. After that, you need to identify the critical roles. Okay, and then you need to do some analysis internally that we called as organizational scanning. In marketing, there is a one term, environment scanning. Okay, okay, before launching any product you do the environment scan. Okay, so in this part you need to do the organization scan from top level to bottom level. Okay, and in that analysis you need to just check it out who are the potential candidates, who are the future leaders. Okay, so for that there are various techniques, tools, how you are going to identify those potential candidates. Okay, this is the third step, identifying the potential candidate within your organization. Okay, once you identify the potential candidate, then how you are building the talent pipeline, how you will build that develop those talented people for future leadership. It is not like that whatever the leadership skills required in a current scenario or current business environment, it will be the same in after 5 years. आप सोचिए 2020 में जो लीडरशिप स्किल्स चाहिए वो 2015 में नहीं था. हाँ, आज आज 2020 में ड्यू टू कोरोना पेंडेमिक जो स्किल्स एजाइल स्किल सेट की रिक्वायरमेंट है, क्विक डिसीजन मेकिंग चाहिए. ठीक है, calm, quiet, and accurate decision making should be there. So lot of skill sets are there, and it gets frequently changed. So you need to predict कि after 5 years what type of skill set your leaders required, and accordingly you need to set up the career plan for them. How will you develop? You need to plan your training schedules according to that career plan. Okay, by keeping in front of you that required skill set for your future leaders. Okay. So after applying the interventions, that is the fourth step. After applying the interventions, not training interventions, by filling those gaps, okay, what you require and what the employees has, okay, when you fill that gap, okay, then your that talent pipeline strategy is successful. आपका talent pipeline setup हो जाएगा, and the people are ready to replace the people those who are leaving the organization. Okay, whether due to the retirement or due to the attrition ratio or in anything, the people leave on that place, the other people are ready to occupy that position. So this is the way that you build a succession plan strategy. I have given you the, in a short, how the succession planning strategy that you can plan. Okay, and I will going to explain you through three levels. One is the explanation about the succession plan. Second one is the case, and third one will be the toolkit. Okay, I have shared that toolkit with you. You need to work on that toolkit. You need to build the succession plan strategy for your organization. ओके, तो टूल किट मैंने फॉर्मेट दिए हैं। तो ये थ्री लेवल पे हम सक्सेशन प्लानिंग स्ट्रेटेजी पढ़ेंगे। एक है उसका बेसिक एक्सप्लेनेशन, अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट इज सक्सेशन प्लानिंग। सेकंड वन द केस, हाउ द सक्सेशन planning is actually done, and then the actual toolkit that you can work on that toolkit in a practical way, and try to implement your knowledge. Okay, so, as definition, it's a succession planning is a strategy for identifying and developing a future leaders at your company, not just at the top, but the major roles at all levels. It helps your business prepare for all contingencies by preparing high potential workers for advancement. So, pro tip: a succession plan showcases growth opportunities and challenges your employees to do more. It gives you the fair competition. It gives you, that motivation that if you perform well, you will get that leadership position or the top position. So what is the meaning? A defined program that an organization systemized to ensure leadership continuity for all key positions by developing activities that will build personal talent from within. Okay, can anybody read for me once again this meaning? Okay, once you understand the basic part now, you'll get the clear idea about what I'm going to explain in couple upcoming slides. Please read it, this meaning.
A defined program that an organization systemized to ensure leadership continuity for all key positions by developing activities that will build personal talent from within.
So that is,
Present talent equals to future talent.
yeah. So that is nothing but every employee have some talent, but the only thing is that they don't know how to apply that talent. As I said, every person have the tacit knowledge, but they don't know how to implement that tacit knowledge, how to you use that tacit knowledge in the organization environment to solve the issues. The difference between explicit and tacit knowledge is nothing but explicit knowledge is nothing but your organizational day-to-day knowledge that you can share, that you can write, that you can store in the computer hard disk, that you can store in the form of minutes of meeting, whatever the minutes of meetings. Okay, you are just storing the brief about what happens in the meeting. That is nothing but explicit knowledge that you can easily store, that you can easily process, that you can easily disseminate. Okay, so that part is explicit knowledge. What is meant by tacit knowledge? Tacit knowledge is nothing but the experience of the employees that cannot be shared, that cannot be expressed in any mode. Okay, that person only can use that tacit knowledge. Okay, in organization, 99% knowledge is explicit knowledge. An organization is trying to focus on tacit knowledge only. 1% tacit knowledge से सारे organization चल रहे हैं आज in today's business environment. Okay, and the actual development of organization is directly proportionate to the tacit knowledge of the employee. If employee shares their experience, okay, openly in a very fair way, okay, then automatically that helps the organization to grow into their business. Okay, so most of the organization is trying to build such a model, such a framework that they can extract that tacit knowledge from the employees. Actually, it's a tacit knowledge remains in the minds of the employees. It cannot be stored in any computer hard disk. ये किसी भी computer hard disk में या book पे आपको नहीं मिलेगा. सबसे बेस्ट एग्जांपल tacit knowledge का experience है, attitude है, जो employee में होता है. Attitude, किसी का attitude आप share कर सकते हो क्या? Can you can share your attitude with someone else? Yes or no में reply दीजिए please quickly.
No.
No. So that is a part of your tacit knowledge, and that attitude builds with your knowledge, your experience. If you are confident, if you are knowledgeable, then automatically the positive attitude will come. Okay. And the explicit knowledge is your theoretical knowledge, your practical knowledge that you are using in day-to-day operations of the organization. एक accountant का financial knowledge जो होगा वो explicit knowledge होगा that he's implementing during his daily course of duty. Okay, so he can share that knowledge कि अकाउंटिंग कैसे की जाती है, लेजर्स कैसे मेंटेन किए जाते हैं, इनवर्ड आउटवर्ड एंट्री कैसे की जाती है, बैलेंस शीट कैसे मेंटेन की जाती है, दैट इज इजीली शेयरेबल. बट अगर कोई एरर ऑकर होता है किसी भी इसमें, अगर ऑडिट अगर प्रॉपरली जो हम बोलते हैं ना टैली नहीं होता कोई चीज, तो वहां पे टैसिट नॉलेज इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, वहां पे एक्सपीरियंस मैटर करता है, हाउ यू कैन टैली दैट बैलेंस शीट. Okay, so this is the example of explicit and tacit knowledge I want to share, because mostly talent management strategy is focused on the tacit knowledge of the employee. When I'm saying the potential of the employee, then I'm totally focusing on the tacit knowledge of the employee. Explicit knowledge, no. Explicit knowledge तो आप नॉलेज मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम इम्प्लीमेंट करके आप स्टोर कर सकते हो, रिट्राइव कर सकते हो, प्रोसेस कर सकते हो. नॉलेज ट्रांसफर केटी होता है, कोई भी एम्प्लॉय जाता है छोड़ के तो नॉलेज ट्रांसफर करता है उसके जगह जो पोजीशन जो कोई एम्प्लॉय आ रहा है. So what is that KT process? He's sharing his explicit or tacit knowledge. Can anybody tell me? If you are leaving your organization, you are sharing your knowledge with someone, your process knowledge. So what is that? That is tacit knowledge or explicit knowledge?
Express.
Explicit. Rest people. Alicia, Dipali, can you just share your opinion, please? Are you there?
It's expensive.
Explicit knowledge. Okay, so tacit knowledge we cannot share with anyone. Okay, that is the experience, and that we call as the brain drain. Okay, we are losing that potential employee. जब attrition ratio ज्यादा होता है किसी भी organization का, तो हम क्यों क्यों बोलते हैं कि वो organization develop नहीं कर रही. If continuously people leaving that organization, then the brain drain जो होता है, ठीक है, वो ज्यादा होता है. ठीक है. So the proper stability is required, okay, to grow that out. Reason for succession planning: identify highly talented individuals. As I told you previously at the starting of the session, that first step in succession planning is that in the reverse order I'm saying, once you identify the critical roles, once you identify the business case of your organization, once you done the organizational scanning, then you identify highly talented individual. Okay, तो आपका requirement अगर आपको पता होगा, then you go for the identifying the talented people. Promoting employee development: once you identified the talented people, then you need to do the gap analysis. What is the gap, what that employee potential has, and what is required by you, and the gap in between these two, okay, you need to fill. And that gap will be filled through some interventions, some training interventions, and that part is called as a promoting employee development. Okay, for long term development, that concept is called as a career development. जब आप लॉन्ग टर्म एस्पेक्ट से इंटरवेंशन, ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट का अप्लाई करते हो किसी भी एम्प्लॉय को, ओके, then that part is called as a career planning or career development. Okay. Third part is refining corporate planning. Okay, business plan and corporate plan. I think most of the time I have explained you the difference between these two parts. Corporate planning is nothing but the broad planning. Business plan is the niche planning that is particular specific to that business. Okay, if Tata Group strategy, corporate strategy covers all their business units. When I said the business strategy, then only Tata still have the business strategy. Yeah, TCS have their unique business strategy. So every business have their own business strategy. But when I said the corporate strategy, then it is nothing but overall, Tata planning. Okay, Tata Group corporate planning. All that business units comes into that corporate plan. Okay, so you need to refine. Why there is a need to refine the corporate plan? As I said, to check out the business case, how your company or organizations will grow after 5 years. कोई मर्जर एक्विजिशन है क्या प्रपोजल में? या आप कोई नया बिजनेस यूनिट स्टार्ट करने वाले हो क्या, ये कब पता चलेगा? व्हेन यू नो अबाउट योर कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रेटेजी, कॉर्पोरेट प्लान. डू यू एग्री विद दिस? प्लीज रिप्लाई. आप एग्री करते हो इस पे? आपको ओवरऑल कॉर्पोरेट स्ट्रेटेजी पता नहीं है, प्लानिंग पता नहीं है, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू आइडेंटिफाई गेस द बिजनेस केस फॉर योर टैलेंट मैनेजमेंट और सक्सेशन प्लानिंग? यस, refining corporate planning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Fourth one is establishing the talent pool. And once you identify the business case, then I have already told you, then you try to establish the talent pool with the help of identifying the potential employee, then planning for their career growth or development plan, filling that gap. तो ये सारी चीजें आप क्या करते हो, अप्लाई करके एक टैलेंट पाइपलाइन क्रिएट करते हो. तो एज सुन एज अगर कोई एम्प्लॉय छोड़ के चला जाता है तो उसकी जगह कोई ना कोई पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट रिप्लेस हो सकते, ऑक्युपाई कर सकते हो पोजीशन. Get started on a polished plan. Okay, so having a succession plan in a place can help navigate your overall business plan, mission, and goal. Here are some way to start thinking about yours. What is the first one? Can you read first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? These 6 stages, please.
So the first 6 stages, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Determine where you want your business to be in 1, 3, and 5 years. 2. How do you define leadership excellence? 3. Do you have the staff and leaders to support your business plan? 4. If not, where will you find future leaders? 5. Identify your top performers and those with potential. 6. Come up with a development plan for each person.
Yes, got it. So the same thing I have explained you. Okay, firstly you need to identify the business case. You need to identify after 5 years, well, where you look your organization. What will happen after 5 years? Okay, that you need to do the analysis in advance. Okay, once you do that advanced analysis, then you come to know what type of leadership excellence or what type of critical roles you require in future after 5 years or 3 years time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some 5 critical roles if you identified, then you need to just ask yourself, do you have that staff within your organization? If not, then what will be your strategy, whether you go for external market or talent acquisition strategy? ये आपको पहले ही डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा. Whether you are just hiring that talent from outside your organization or you are developing the talent within the organization. Okay, so if not, where will you find the future leaders? That is the external or internal. Whether you will develop the existing employees for your future leadership or you hire the ready-made leader from outside the organization. That you need to just check. Fifth one, identify your top performer. Okay, if you're going for inside development, then you need to just identify your top performer, a potential candidates. And sixth, you need to come up with some, rigorous or the structured program, a structured training intervention program for developing those employees, those potential employees. Yes, clearly understand this slide? समझ में आया आपको अभी तक जितना भी मैंने समझा है सक्सेशन प्लानिंग रिलेटेड?
Yes, sir.
Yes, great. Caution, pitfalls ahead. Okay, so you need to avoid these pitfalls, or you need to aware. Okay, the common risk mostly, most of the organization do. Avoid this common risk when you're looking at the next generation of leaders within your organization. What is loyalty? You have a friend who helped you build your business. It's understandable you want to reward their loyalty, but unless they are ready and qualified to move into a bigger position, you are not doing them or your business any favor. If they fail, your business will suffer and likely so will your friendship. So don't bring any emotions, in any personal interest or interpersonal friendliness, okay, within your profession. You need to be very professional. ठीक है, पर्सन एक्स ने आपके और बिजनेस के लिए बहुत सारी एफर्ट्स लिए हैं, पोटेंशियल एफर्ट्स लिए हैं, उसने बहुत काम किया आपके लिए, बट ही इज नॉट सुटेबल फॉर योर लीडरशिप पोजीशन. ओके, डोंट गो विथ हिम, बी एन प्रोफेशनल हियर. चलो यार, इसने बहुत कंट्रीब्यूट किया है तो मैं चलो इसको एक लीडरशिप पोजीशन दे देता हूँ, एग्जीक्यूटिव पोजीशन दे देता हूँ. ओके, दो ही इज नॉट लायबल फॉर दैट पोजीशन. ओके, okay, some traits लगते हैं, there are some traits, some qualifications, some talent required, okay, to lead, okay, to give the justice to that particular position. If I am saying CHRO position, okay, for XYZ organization, so what are the traits, what are the competencies required? You need to build one competency model for your that critical role. Once you identify the critical role for your organization, then you need to build a competency model for that critical role, and then you need to compare that competency model with the potential employees. What competency that person has, you need to identify it. Okay, and if there is a gap, or if that person is not up to mark, okay, to your required that competency, okay, then you need you need to reject that person. That is a loyalty first, you need to care of it, take care of it. Status quo, the future leader likely won't need the same skill set as you or your current leadership team. Business and industry change. Don't look for a clone, look for someone who can expand your dream. I have already explained this. The current the skill set for your leadership may vary in future. It may differ in future because business environment is a dynamic in nature. It's change. Okay. Third one, promotion with preparation. You have an outstanding employee who shows great potential but has not received any leadership guidance. That is called as the mentoring. Suddenly you have an open manager position, you promote them out of a need. It's anyone guess whether they all sink or swim. Without giving the training, without preparing that candidate, though he has that potential, but without training him, if you give that position, then you cannot predict whether that person will give a proper justice to that position or not. Because yes, he has that potential, but you need to groom that person for that particular position as per your competency model. Whatever the prerequisite or the requirement that I have, I'm expecting, okay, from that candidate, okay, that competencies should be, he proved. अगर वो prove नहीं कर सकता तो you need to give the training. Okay, so that is the part, cautions, okay, or the risks, that common risks are linked with the succession planning. Okay, so key takeaway: identify leader who can manage change and take your business to the next level. This is the key takeaway here. Okay, got it? Please acknowledge me. मुझे पता चलेगा आप connected हो या नहीं हो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes. ठीक है. Best practices. पहले के स्लाइड में हमने देखा what are the cautious or the risk factors. Now the best practices, characteristics of noble leaders. Sure, you want someone who has ambition, optimism, and attention to the detail, but what else should you be looking for to lead your company? You need to be very specific. What is your requirement for your future role? आपको strategy बनाना पड़ेगा, आपको रिटर्न में लिखना पड़ेगा. This is the traits I required for this position. Be specific. The disruptor. This is someone who rocks the boat a little. Someone who wants to go beyond the tried and true, who shows creativity and cutting edge cognitive ability. Emotional intelligence. These are the soft skills of relationship, emotional maturity, poise, and empathy. Attitude. Someone may not have the exact skill set you are looking for, but they have an attitude and a background that will help them break ground in another area. Influence. There is a difference between authority and influence. You want an influencer as a leader. Anyone can have an authority or a title. Not everyone can influence others, help them grow. So all these are the characteristics of noble leader. Okay, and every leader have a unique characteristics. I'm not saying that every leader have all the skill set or all the traits. They have the unique characteristics. Some leaders good in authority. They are good in to get work done from others by motivating. Okay, might be that intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. It is another thing. Just a minute. Oh my God, battery is low. I think I need to shift. Guys, sorry for interruption. I think my battery is low and the power is not there at my side. So for next 45 minute session, I have requesting you. Can I switch on my mobile mode?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So give me a 1 minute time, so I will get switch off. Okay, okay, I'm visible to all of you. My voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
I think power is came to it's on. That's why there is no need to change the mode. Okay, I will carry out with this system only. Okay, I'm sharing my once again. I think already I have shared the PPT. Okay, only just tell me whether the PPT is visible to you.
Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Yeah, fine. Where we are. So this part we have completed. So every leader have the unique traits. So everyone have the unique potential. How they can influence. Someone is good in authority. Someone is good in influencing other people. Someone are good in attitude. Someone are strict in their nature. Someone they are emotionally, very emotionally. Uh, Less, yes, they are very the EI factor is very low in their nature. Okay, so they are not that much emotionally strong. So there are lots of different traits of leaderships available. Okay, and based on that, you need to identify which type of traits you require as per the position in your organization. So if you are going for customer relationship, then EA factor will play the important role. If you are hiring a person at your top level who will look towards your the customers, okay, so that person will bring the have the relationship with the customer. Then emotional intelligence factor plays an important role. So in this way, as per the roles, okay, as per the the definition of positions, you need to go for building the leadership or succession plan. So, what are the 5 keys to a successful succession plan? Okay, as I told you, be a purposeful about it, make time for it, and make it priority. You need to make, you require a purpose. Okay, why you are going for succession plan? Okay, and before going for succession plan, you must know about your the critical positions. What type of traits or what type of competencies you require. Okay, you need to be ready with it, and then only you can go for succession planning. Okay, so be a purposeful about it, make time for it, and make it priority. Be transparent in identifying and training the next generation of leaders. बहुत सारे organizations यहाँ पे मार खाते हैं. They are lacking here. The reason is that they don't have the fair mechanism of succession plan. The referral concept in India. Okay. तू मेरा भाई है, तू मेरा relation है, तू मेरा चमचा है, तो I will give you that position. Okay. In this way, the succession planning happens in India. But the fair competition is not there. Fair chance for everyone to show their potential, to contribute in the organization is not there. So here the key successful, factor is the key transfer. Be transparent in identifying and training the next generation of leaders. Focus on executive coaching to develop someone who may be hidden gem. So as I told you, there are lots of people have the potential, inside potential, but they don't know how to utilize that potential. They have the leadership skill, but they not get the opportunity to prove that leadership skill. So you need to identify such hidden gems, and you need to give a proper coaching. I have used the word mentoring. Sorry for it. For leadership, coaching is the right word. So what is the difference between coaching and mentoring? I have already explained you. Have you saw that movie चक दे इंडिया? सबने देखा है चक दे इंडिया शाहरुख खान का? यस बोलिए प्लीज, तो मुझे समझ में आएगा.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in that, what is the role of Shahrukh Khan? How he react, how he build that team. जो हॉकी का है, वुमेन्स टीम है, जिससे कोई एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है इंडिया को कि वो फर्स्ट राउंड भी क्लियर कर पाएंगे या नहीं कर पाएंगे. ठीक है, बट एक विनिंग टीम बनाता है वो कोच. So what are the types of skill set that he has, and how he implant that skill set? Okay, how he coach the people who is from different background, different diverse workforce, अलग अलग प्रांत के. वो एक इंसिडेंट है ना कि शाहरुख बोलता है कि इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ, तो एवरी जो प्लेयर होते हैं वो इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं. आई एम फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र, आई एम फ्रॉम पंजाब, आई एम फ्रॉम हरियाणा. बताया ना, वो एक इंसिडेंट है उसमें चक दे इंडिया में. तो किसका आंसर कंसीडर किया जाता है? व्हाट इज दैट आंसर?
India.
That is captain. What is answer? I am from India. So that that attitude should be there. Okay. और ये कोच का responsibility होता है कि how he can build that attitude within their the subordinates or the leaders, because he's not giving a training for fulfilling a certain task or certain process within that organization, but that coach is creating the future leaders. Mentoring means after training those leaders, then coach change his role from actual coaching to mentoring. Mentoring is
So
nothing
holistic
but,
approach.
yes, right. So mentoring is nothing but just looking towards the leaders, how they are working. As I'm a mentor, आप प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हो, मैं क्या करता? I am not a coach. I will not teach you how to do the research. I will guide you. That is your way. I will give you the direction. I will give you the content. I will give you the templates. You need to work on that templates. आपको वर्क करना है. मैं फिर असेसमेंट करूंगा whether you are utilizing that toolkit, okay, or implementing that toolkit in a proper way or not. That is the role of mentor. Coach is something different. Coach actually पहले वो सिखाता है हाथ पकड़ के सिखाता है, और फिर वो ऑब्जर्व करता है, फिर वो मेंटर के रोल में आता है. Next keys is the leadership team, board and CEO own this process. In this succession plan, top leadership, the role of top leadership is very important, because you are building the future leaders, and that leaders will replace those people who are the today's leaders. The people, those who are today's leaders, they will replace by that the trainee leaders. Okay, so the leadership team, boards, and CEO owns this process. They are the actual sponsor for this succession planning. Sponsor का मतलब समझता है आपको? Sponsor is nothing but those who have the keen interest in that particular act or that event. जो sponsors होते हैं, ठीक है, तो they are the immediate sponsors. They have the keen interest in that succession planning. So उनका role, उनका guidance, that is very important. And finally, it's not a crisis plan. Be a proactive. चलो आज किसी ने रिजाइन कर दिया, किसी मेरे लीडर का डेथ हो गया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, तो अभी मैं चालू कर दूंगा ट्रेन करना या सर्च करना उसके सक्सेसर को. ऐसे नहीं होता. You need to be proactive in such type of succession planning. आप क्राइसिस प्लान नहीं बना सकते, जब हो जाएगा तब देख लेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता. You will lose that क्या बोलते हैं हम उसको, कि वो एक बार टाइम निकल गया तो you will lose that competition. आज के VUCA वर्ल्ड में अगर इतना जो कंपटीशन है, अगर आप देख रहे हो आज जो प्रोडक्ट चल रहा है वो कल नहीं चल रहेगा. अगर यही आप 20 इयर्स बिफोर देखोगे तो एक एक प्रोडक्ट 30-30 साल तक कंटिन्यूसली चला है इंडिया में. बहुत सारे एग्जांपल है. पार्ले जी देखिए, निरमा देखिए, हीरो होंडा देखिए, ठीक है, बजाज देखिए. बजाज का स्कूटर लोगों ने 30-40 साल तक यूज किया है, हमारा बजाज. तो व्हाट इज दैट? प्रोडक्ट चेंज नहीं हुआ, प्रोडक्ट बहुत चला है उस समय, बट अभी ये नहीं है. आज जो प्रोडक्ट है वो पता नहीं नेक्स्ट मंथ में वो रहेगा या नहीं मार्केट में. तो इन सच अ डायनेमिक एनवायरनमेंट यू रिक्वायर अ डायनेमिक लीडरशिप, एंड फॉर दैट यू नीड टू बी प्रोएक्टिव इन सक्सेशन. गॉट इट गाइस? समझ में आ रहा है मैं जो बता रहा हूँ? दिस इज द बेस, दिस इज द बैकग्राउंड. ओके, हाउ you prepare for your succession plan, and then we'll move towards with actual succession plan strategy. Okay, the future leaders need to hone soft skills, interpersonal skills. You should be that is the team building, coaching and visioning, negotiating, conflict resolution, and communication. These are some skill sets, soft skill sets required for the future leader. So it's get changed as per the requirement. Diversity count. Okay, you need to just check it out whether when you are going for succession plan, you are looking towards diverse workforce or not. If you are giving a fair treatment to all diverse, that workforce. There are some people who is from different gender. कोई लेडीज हो सकती है, कोई जेंट्स हो सकता है, मेल फीमेल, या कोई ट्रांसजेंडर भी हो सकता है आजकल के बिजनेस सिनारियो में, कोई पता नहीं. क्योंकि ट्रांसजेंडर also have that given the legal importance by our constitution. Okay, तो आप कैसे सबको इक्वली ट्रीट कर रहे हो? If that person has the potential, but due to his gender, if you are rejecting that person, then you are not giving a fair competition to everyone. You are just losing the potential candidate or a potential leader for your future organization. So when looking at your workforce, take an honest assessment of its diversity and equality. Does your leadership have a diverse background, culture, races, and genders? Are you practicing equality in pay? Whether you are giving अलग के भी लोग, आप इक्वली ट्रीट करते हो या नहीं करते हो? दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. आप ऐसे नहीं करोगे कि अरे यार अभी अभी ये ज्वाइन हुआ है, इसमें कुछ पोटेंशियल नहीं होगा, या ये बाहर से आया है, इसको क्या पता ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर के बारे में हमारे, तो इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर सक्सेशन प्लान. ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. You need to give the equal, treatment to everyone. Make it a data-driven decision. So how will you, avoid this diversity biasness? with the help of data driven decision. So lots of data, explicit knowledge is available, in the form of explicit information in your hard disk, in your various department. What type of, that is performance management. कौन सा एम्प्लॉय क्या परफॉर्म कर रहा है, तो अब तो क्या लेवल परफॉर्म कर रहा है. ओके, ऑल दैट रिकॉर्ड्स आर देयर इन योर पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट, इन योर एचआर डिपार्टमेंट. यू गो चेक दैट रिकॉर्ड, देखिए कौन अचीवर है, कोई कौन हु इज गुड परफॉर्मर फॉर लास्ट 3 years continuously. When you are identifying the potential candidate, you should have a documentation within your company that can help determine who is ready to take a bigger role and where they may need development. Check out these sources. Performance management write-ups should include areas of strength, goals for growth, who are your consistent high achievers, do they keep up with professional development, are they goal setters. ये सारा इंफॉर्मेशन आपको कहाँ से मिलेगा? ये जो परफॉर्मेंस मैनेजमेंट का कंटिन्यूअस ईयरली जो आपका प्रोसेस होता है, उसका जो आपने रिकॉर्ड बना हुआ रहता है, उस रिकॉर्ड से आपको इंसाइट मिलेगा कि आपके यहाँ पे कौन कौन हाई परफॉर्मर है. एनेक्डोटल कमेंट्स, आपने सुना भी होगा कि कुछ एम्प्लॉइज गुड परफॉर्मर है, आपके मैनेजर से, कि मिस्टर राजेश इज अ गुड परफॉर्मर, he is sincere in his work. That is nothing but anecdotal comments. कहीं सुनी बातें, वो सही भी हो सकती है, गलत भी हो सकती है, but you need to take it serious. You need to just verify it whether really he is sincere or not. If there is someone who is always at the top of everyone's list to work with, who regularly receive kudos for a job well done, or who easy to work with and ready to share their knowledge, you need to identify such people. Climate survey, that is nothing but organizational scanning. Do you get feedback? How you do that organizational scanning? Through various methods. Survey method is the prominent method. Observation method is the second type of method. Your manager, your immediate bosses of your employees, they observe you from throughout your work schedule. They will check how you carry out the work. They give the task, challenging task, and then they will check what is your response. That is one observation. You can set one survey questionnaire, psychological questionnaire, and give to them to reply it. Okay, through that process also you get the insight about those who are the actual performers. Do you get feedback from specific group that is consistently unhappy or disgruntled? Is it because of manager? If so, is there someone you can groom to take over where this manager is failing? So continuous follow-up you need to take from continuous feedback. जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म स्ट्रांग है, उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का डेवलपमेंट ग्राफ ऑलवेज अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में हो. Feedback is such a process, feedback mechanism, that help you to get the actual mirror image of yours. रेप्लिका नहीं होगा, जो चाहिए वैसा नहीं होगा, एक्चुअल मिरर इमेज आपको मिलेगा, जैसे आप हो वैसे ही आपको मिलेगा. Okay, next, get by inform those you want to groom. Once you identify someone for a leadership role, ask them. Okay, ठीक है, मेरे यहाँ पे मैंने 10 लोगों का सिलेक्शन किया है for succession planning. So what next then? I want to ask them, what are your career goals? What do you want to achieve? Do you see yourself doing that here? So that is the basic questions that firstly you need to identify कि वो कैपेबल है क्या नहीं. चलो, मैंने परसेप्शन एरर भी हो सकता है. मैंने गलती से कोई ऐसे कैंडिडेट को तो सेलेक्ट नहीं किया, एक्चुअली उसका पोटेंशियल वो दिखा रहा है बट वो एक्चुअल नहीं है. So I need to ask, I need to cross verify whether I have not done any mistake or not. So by asking such type of questions, you verify, cross verify. What are your career goals? You can ask to that employee, what do you want to achieve in your career? Do you see yourself doing that here at your top position after 5 years when you look to where you place yourself? Then you can decide whether your succession plan matches their goals and objective. If it does not, don't try to convince them. You don't want to turn a happy employee into one who is not. आपको एम्प्लॉय को हैप्पी नहीं करना. यहाँ पे कोई मोटिवेशन का चीज नहीं चल रहा है, यहाँ पे सक्सेशन प्लानिंग का चीज हो रहा है. By selecting that employee, that you feel that I am motivating that employee, then you are indirectly, uh, uh, helping your organization to caught in a bad situation in future. Okay, so you need to just check it out. Don't make employee happy when you are doing a succession planning. Check as it is. Professional approach होना जरूरी है. Don't be a personal or emotional. Know before you go. Every manager, no matter where on the food chain they are, should know who on their staff is the higher apparent for their job. If there is no one currently on the team who can be trained and who want the job, there is a red flag. देखिए, हर एक मैनेजर को ये पता होना चाहिए कि उसके टीम में कौन उसका सक्सेसर होगा. He must know that. That's why he's the manager, na. If he don't know who are the potential employees in his team, then he's not fulfilling his managerial duties in an effective way. He must know that who is the potential candidates or employees within his team. The issue should be addressed so an employee perhaps in another group can be identified for hire to fill the gap. Okay. So this is another tool. One is the survey method, another one is the observation method, and one is the manager referral. But यहाँ पे biasness का ज़्यादा chances होता है. That's why mostly the cross verification is mandatory when some name comes through your bottom level management. Okay, कोई अगर candidate referral mode से आता है कि this is a good candidate, then you must do the cross verification. Observation आप एक बार करके लो. Yes guys, समझ में आ रहा है? It seems interesting. Now we are slightly moving towards ये theoretical concepts है. Now I will explain you in upcoming slides a case. Okay, कैसे succession plan होता है, and then we'll move towards. I will give you the toolkit. You need to just read that toolkit. You need to work on it. Okay, तो आपको और actual implementation का समझ में आ जाएगा कि how the succession plan strategies work. Okay, so are you there, guys? Please acknowledge me.
Yes,
I want
Yes,
your
sir.
input also. If you feel that you want to add any points in my during the session, you can add it up. That flexibility I have given to you. It's not like that कि आप मेरा ही सुनते हैं बेटो. You also contribute in the discussion. Okay. What position falls under succession plan? Basically, it's a top level management, but in a broad way, you can say all the critical positions at all levels. In short, we called it as a strategic position, which strategically important in according to the organization point of view. All that positions comes under succession plan. Clear? समझ में आ रहा है आपको?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So preparing access for the future. When a top leader leaves, a lot of intellectual property goes with them. What is the IP property? Intellectual property. That is nothing but the tacit knowledge, the experience of that person. When Sundar Pichai, I think he's a former employee of ABCD. ABCD, no? ABDC or ABCD, I don't know that organization name, which is the
Alphabet.
Sorry? Alphabet, yes.
Sundar Pichai.
Yes, Sundar Pichai. Alphabet. Okay, he leaves that company and he's accepted that leadership position. Okay, that is a big case study. Yeah? How the Google, what is the Google succession planning strategy? How they hire the future leaders. So Sundar Pichai is the one leader who is hired from outside the organization. When we are talking about the Google succession plan. Okay. So you can just go. I will just check it out. कोई information है क्या? Web पे case related to the Google. You also check it. तो आप देखिए, that is a good case study that how Sundar Pichai, he just changed his company or organization. Okay, that is the best example of succession planning of Google. Okay, so when a top leaders leaves, a lot of IP goes with them. That's why an ongoing training program is crucial. Current leadership team members should include their leaders in training on project. That is important. अगर आपको वो tacit knowledge उस लीडर से निकालना है, तो आपको टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट, जो भी आपका मैनेजमेंट डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम होगा, जो भी आपने एम्प्लॉय सेलेक्ट किए होंगे फॉर सक्सेशन प्लानिंग, उनको जब आप कोच कर रहे होंगे, ओके, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग कोचिंग, at that time you must involve the top level management because the tacit knowledge plays an important role. Mentor them on decision making and leadership, share the culture for how things get accomplished and decided, recommended areas that needs to improvement, and develop a plan for training. So this is the part of a management development program, and which is a small part of succession planning, how you are developing the leaders and how you are taking the benefit of your existing leaders to groom the future leaders. Okay, let's growth train. So what train? Most employees won't be senior leader, but most everyone wants to see growth opportunities and everyone likes to be a challenge. आप में से कोई भी ये नहीं बोलेगा कि सर आई डोंट वांट एनी सीनियर पोजीशन इन माय ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. You are working in your organization for two things. One is growth opportunity and another one is the salary, money. One is the recognition, another one is monetary. Recognition is some intrinsic. Monetary benefit is some extrinsic motivation. So both motivations are the prior to everyone's agenda when you work for your employer. Am I right? Or saying up say बोल रहा हूँ?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So help your whole company stay committed by preparing for departures and vacancies in all levels of your company. This required efforts on your part by developing employee skills. But if you make it part of your succession plan from the beginning, it will be easier to promote from within and know who's ready for promotion. Okay. So हम क्या करते हैं, most of the organization हम हर एक employee के ऊपर छोड़ के देते हैं. Career planning is not a part of your organization strategy. It is a part of individual strategy. Employee खुद देख लेगा उसका career plan, career development. वो खुद से EMBA कर लेगा, वो खुद से ट्रेनिंग अटेंड कर लेगा, वो खुद को डेवलप कर लेगा. इसमें कंपनी का रोल कुछ नहीं. एंड ही नीड्स टू प्रूव कि वो पोटेंशियल है. ये जो अप्रोच है वो कल्चर, जो वीक कल्चर का के एग्जांपल्स. If your organization is not looking towards your career plan, if they are not giving you, a proper chance for growth, then that company or that organization have the weak culture. And in such culture, okay, employees will not contribute as the employee wants to. They must contribute. They will only become a part of that process. They will show, they will pretend that they are the part of the process and they are doing the job. But they will not utilize their tacit knowledge, their full potential, okay, to improve the process, to solve the business problems. And that is an indirect loss of your organization. Okay. So you require a strong culture and a strong career development plan of your employees. Not everyone is in line to lead. In addition to finding employees who can be groomed to lead in the future, succession planning can expose employees who are not promotable for various reasons. Not everyone should or wants to be a leader. There will be those whose skills are not ever going to match your needs for future leaders. Then there will be others who are already in the job that best suit them, and they are doing it well. But you'll also likely find employees who are the superstars, but they have not desired to be the boss. They are happy right where they are. All of these employees can benefit from development plans if only to align their efforts with your business. Okay, so there are various categories of the employees within your organization. Okay, some people are eager to acquire that position, leadership position, though they don't have that competence. Some people, those are fully potential employees, but they are not interested in that position. They are happy with whatever the positions they got. Okay, they're satisfied with. Some people are there, they have the competencies, the potential, but they're not getting the proper channel or proper chance to showcase their potential. Okay, so you need to, just check it out, this diversity or this, various categories of workforce within your organizations, and accordingly you need to deal with that situation or frame a succession plan strategy. That's why it's called as a very complex strategy. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि 5 लोग हैं, उसमें से एक एम्प्लॉय का सिलेक्शन होता है सक्सेशन प्लानिंग के लिए, तो बाकी 4 डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हैं. ओके, सो उनको कैसे कन्विंस किया जाए, उनको एक फेयर ट्रांसपेरेंट प्रोसेस होना जरूरी है। एवरीवन नोज कि अगर मैं ये काम करूंगा, ये मैं शो करूंगा परफॉर्मेंस, तो मेरा भी सिलेक्शन हो सकता है। But if I'm not selected, then I must know that what I'm lacking, what skill set I'm lacking that I have not get that position. Okay, and the organization needs to give the chance uh, to improve that skills through various training interventions. तो ये भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ही देखना है। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ये नहीं बोल सकता कि भाई तू तेरा इम्प्रूव कर, इफ यू आर पोटेंशियल देन आई विल हायर, ऐसे नहीं होता। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टेक केयर ऑफ इट। So 5 steps to a distinctive development plan. So what are the distinctive development plan? One by one. Who will read it? Step from bottom to top. 5 to 1 आपको read करना। Who will read it? कैसे स्टेप बाय स्टेप सक्सेशन प्लान होता है, जितना भी मैंने अभी आपको बताया, that all covered in the 5 steps.
Have measurable checkpoints, give the development plan structure, have ways to give feedback and make sure your employees understand what you expect them to learn and how this benefits the company and their careers. Fourth, consider all types of training. What works for one may not be good for another. Stretch assignments, coaching, mentoring, workshops, networking, etc. should all be on the table. Third, don't confuse readiness and potential. An employee may have leadership potential, but may not be ready, meaning they lack the desired skills or experience. What can you do to make them ready? Second, talk to employees. Some may not even know you're considering them for promotion. Others may want to be promoted but don't know how to make that happen. Be transparent about your needs and their abilities. First, consider your business goals. Identify your business objectives to determine the necessary skills, knowledge, and competencies you'll need to support those goals.
Okay, and finally you will get that champion, superstar. Okay, so step by step you just try to read it and just ask me the question आपको अगर कोई समझ में नहीं आया होगा, because I have already explained all this part. Steps. Have a measurable checkpoint. Consider all type of training. Don't confuse readiness and potential. Talk to employee. Get the feedback and consider your business goal. Align your the competency model. जो आपने क्रिटिकल रोल आइडेंटिफाई किए हैं, हर एक क्रिटिकल रोल का आपको एक कॉम्पिटेंसी मॉडल बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा। व्हाट यू रिक्वायर्ड, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ स्किल्स, नॉलेज you required from that particular leader, you need to identify and then you need to talk with them person. Yes, is there any difficulty to understand this slide?
No, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है? Yes,
Sir.
can we
Yes,
move forward?
Yes, sir.
How to keep track of employee progress? So there are 3 ways: organizational chart, performance management tool, and check-ins. What is the organization chart? Capture and archives employee information, company position, that is nothing but the reports, the positions, employee कैसे progress कर रहे हैं, hierarchy, how the employees are positions, organization structure मतलब bureaucratic functional structure. तो इससे आपको पता चल जाएगा कि लास्ट 5 years में कितने इंटरनल हायरिंग हुए हैं फॉर द की पोजीशन, कितने बाहर से हायरिंग हुए हैं. इफ यू आर टोटली डिपेंड अपॉन एक्सटर्नल हायरिंग also the talent, then your that succession planning strategy is not that much effective. अगर प्रोपोर्शनेट में इंटरनल जो हायरिंग है या इंटरनल प्रमोशंस जो है वो ज्यादा है, then your succession strategy is good, quite good. Performance management tool, document training goals, past performance, check-ins, have them report on professional development or a new technical learning. So all these 3 parts give some insight that how actually what is the health of your succession plan strategy in your organization. So plan A, B, C, it's okay to have multiple people you are considering for leadership job. Your first choice does not always work out, and if there is no one in house who can do job, don't force the issue. You may need to look outside your company. Okay, So the ABC, firstly you need to design the strategy, you need to check it, you need to do the organization scanning, you need to find the potential candidate within your organization first, and if it is not, आपको अगर मिल नहीं रहा है, तो then you can go for a search outside your organization, like Google does for his top position. Okay. Don't wait until your exit to have a strategy. That is a proactive approach rather than reactive approach. Okay. So you cannot predict that after 5 years your organizations, whether they are going to merge with any other organization or they are acquiring some other organization. Like recently, there are two telecommunication companies, they are going to merge. Actually, they are merged. Vodafone and Idea. Yes, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the strategy? अगर ये merger होता है, तो ये merger जो है, joint venture जो है या merger है, उसको कौन lead करेगा? Who will do this change management? And for that change management, you require change agent, the leader who is thoroughly responsible how he is going to effectively implement that change. Merger and acquisition, I'm saying. There will be a period of change when your business merges or is acquired. Have you considered possible redundancies of a job? क्योंकि वोडाफोन में जो जॉब्स थे वो आइडिया में भी थे. अभी ये रिडंडेंसी हो गई ना, एक ही कंपनी बन गई, आप कैसे उसको रिडंडेंसी दूर करोगे? आप फायर तो नहीं कर सकते एम्प्लॉइज को, बट you can do the job rotation, or you can change the job of the people. You need to work on job design. You need to create a more challenging job inside the organization, and you need to promote those people, okay, who is highly potential to that job, particular jobs, rather than firing. अगर आप fire करोगे ना, तो ये bad message चला जाएगा, and it's impact your employer brand, EVP. The people will not join your organization in future then, if you lose your employer brand. Okay. So that is the thing, merger and acquisitions. For that reason, succession planning is very important. You need to think this part also in consideration when you do the succession plan strategy. Leaving a legacy, this is a hard one because you want to leave your business to your family. Finding a family member who has your same passion or business acumen can be hard. Make sure you are leaving it in the hands of someone who can do the job and expand on it, not just a loyal family member. Take an example of Narayan Murthy of Infosys. Am I right? Narayan Murthy,
Yes, sir.
उन्होंने
Yes,
क्या
sir.
किया था? अपने बच्चे को दिया था ना, लिविंग अ लेगेसी. ये लो हमारी विरासत, संभाल लो. But that उनका जो सन है, that he is not that much capable. यही था, फिर से उनको ज्वाइन करना पड़ा as an CEO of that Infosys. Recently 2018 में उन्होंने ज्वाइन किया ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, वो आपको न्यूज़ पता है? Okay, so what is that? You need to just check it out, and you need to give your organization in the hand of a good leader who is actually the potential candidate. As once again I'm saying, don't be an emotional in those areas. आप सोनिया गांधी मत बनो. आप बनोगे तो कांग्रेस का क्या हाल हुआ है वो देखो. Succession planning होना चाहिए. BJP, I will take, because this party is one form of organization. आप पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के फॉर्म में मत देखो इनके तरफ. इनके तरफ आप एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरह देखो. ठीक है. बीजेपी में सक्सेशन प्लानिंग स्ट्रेटेजी बहुत स्ट्रांग है. उनके पास टैलेंट पाइपलाइन सेटल्ड है, वेल सेटल्ड है. इसके वजह से है ना, उनके पास लीडरशिप की कोई कमी नहीं. प्राइम मिनिस्टर के जो कैंडिडेट्स है वो सारे मिल जाएंगे आपको बीजेपी. एंड एवरीवन इज रिस्पेक्टिंग ईच अदर. अगर कोई बनता है तो लेग पुलिंग नहीं होता या पॉलिटिक्स नहीं होता. Okay, that's why BJP comes in 2014, okay, as a big party or a big ruling party of this country. अगर वही आप कांग्रेस में देखोगे, 1970 स्टिल इंदिरा गांधी, उनके इंदिरा गांधी से पहले, एक्चुअली पहले से ही ये कॉन्सेप्ट था उनके जगह की विरासत वाली परंपरा. There is no any succession plan. जो मालिक का उनका सक्सेसर होगा वही बनेगा मालिक. शिवसेना का एग्जांपल वही है. तो ऐसे में क्या हो जाता है कि देयर माइट बी अ चांस दैट इन फ्यूचर योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कम इनटू लॉस, और उसका जो एग्जिस्टेंस है उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का वो धोखे में आ जाता है, इन डेंजर, इन रिस्क, because you are not looking towards your organization in a professional way. You are looking in a legacy manner, living as a legacy. Selling, the buyer will want to know the key players who have the institutional knowledge of the business and its client base. Having that in a place can increase the value of the potential buyer. So this is also one part when you sell your organization. Okay, so buyer want to know the key players. जिसको आप सेल कर रहे हो वो वैसे ही थोड़ी लेगा, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चलो अच्छा है, बिल्डिंग अच्छा है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का ब्रांड है, ईवीपी है, सब है, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम जस्ट परचेसिंग दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, ऐसे थोड़ी होगा, नहीं होगा। आप देखोगे कि की प्लेयर्स कौन है उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, जिनके पास टैसिट नॉलेज है, जिनके पास एक्चुअल पोटेंशियल है। बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि, है ना, नॉट ड्यू टू द ईवीपी। अगर आप देखेंगे छोटा जो स्टार्टअप होता है या छोटी जो कंपनीज होती है उसको भी बड़े बड़े कंपनीज परचेस कर लेते हैं। फ्लिपकार्ट का एग्जांपल ले लो, ठीक है, फ्लिपकार्ट को क्यों आई थिंक वॉलमार्ट ने ये किया था ना, परचेस किया था ना।
Yes, sir.
ओके, ये क्यों किया उन्होंने? द रीजन इज दैट देयर बिजनेस मॉडल एंड द लीडरशिप, ठीक है। I forgot the owner of that Flipkart. There are two brothers,
Bansal.
Bansal. Okay, their leadership. They started Flipkart in a 1 BHK flat in 2006 or 7. Okay, and within 10 years of span, they you know, आप देखेंगे कि इसका वैल्यू कितना बढ़ गया उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। इट्स नियर अबाउट 80,000 करोड़। कोई सोच सकता है कोई आपका ऐसा बिजनेस जो आपको 10 साल में 80,000 करोड़ रुपए कमा के, ये कैसे हुआ? ओनली थ्रू, उनका कोई ऑफिस नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, उन्होंने सिर्फ एक पोर्टल के ऊपर ये बिजनेस खड़ा कर दिया। दैट इज द आइडिया, दैट इज द लीडरशिप क्वालिटी, दैट इज द पोटेंशियल, दैट इज द टैसिट नॉलेज दैट पीपल हैव। मस्क के बारे में आपने सुना, इवॉन मस्क ना?
Yes, sir.
आई एम जस्ट
Tesla.
टेस्ला। मैं बहुत बार भूल जाता हूँ नाम, पढ़ने में आ जाता है बट मैं भूल जाता हूँ। जो टेस्ला है कंपनी, कितना स्ट्रगल किया उस बंदे ने, कितना रिसर्च किया, R&D किया, ही इन्वेस्टेड हिज यू नो, जितना भी उसके फादर से मिला था पैसा, वो पूरा उसने इन्वेस्ट कर दिया टेस्ला। या उसका जो ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट था स्पेस का, स्पेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, जो उसको एक प्राइवेट स्पेस एजेंसी बनाना था, स्पेसएक्स में। ओके,
They are working with NASA now.
Yes, NASA completely outsourcing all their space projects to that SpaceX. में भी अभी आप देखोगे ना, जो उनके मिशंस है बाहर जाने के, वो सारा वो आउटसोर्स कर रहे हैं।
Outsourced, yeah.
Yes, they are outsourcing it, and they are here, lots of money they are investing in research and development. Huh? So that is the leadership. Okay, tacit knowledge. So these are the two differentiation. It's better if you read it. Okay, differentiation between traditional succession and the predictive succession. Okay, can anybody read for me?
Traditional succession. People in boxes. Reactive, static, applicable only to the senior team. Secretive, linear, annual, associated with live vacancies. Focus on planning, performance in role. Predictive succession. People at the center. Proactive, dynamic, applicable to everyone, open and transparent, networked, ongoing, associated with career and business goals. Focus on ability to operationalize potential performance.
So this is the differentiation between this predictive succession and traditional succession. आप अगर कंपेयर करोगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि one side people in the boxes, here the people at the center. Okay, reactive, proactive, static, dynamic, applicable only to the senior team, top level management. But here every critical role in the organization, whether it is at the top level or it is at the bottom level management, you are looking towards as a succession planning strategy. Linear network, annual, ongoing, इट्स अ कंटिन्यूअस प्रोसेस, वो एनुअल था, चलो कभी तो एक एनालिसिस कर दिया जाए, सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस किया जाए और उसको एमडीपी जो मैनेजमेंट डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम है उसमें डाल दिया जाए, ऐसे नहीं, इट्स एन ऑनगोइंग प्रोसेस, यू आर ऑलवेज इन टैलेंट हंट associated with live vacancies, that is the reactive जो वैकेंसीज है फिर उसके ऊपर चलेगा वर्कआउट करना कि हम कैसे उसको फिलअप करें, बट जब बिफोर यू नो दैट वैकेंसी कम्स, okay, you are starting your strategy, implementing that succession plan, that is associated with career and business, that is a part of career planning that you are going to learn after this. Focus on planning, focus on ability to operationalize, performance syndrome, potential. So this is the basic differentiate. If you have any difficulty to understand, you can ask. Can I move forward?
Sir.
Yeah. So there is a case study of Sarah. I think we don't have that much time right now because your exam is scheduled at 11:10, 11:15, I think. Okay. So देखिए मैंने आपसे रिक्वेस्ट क्यों किया है रिगार्डिंग दैट सैटरडे स्लॉट, अगर हमको सैटरडे स्लॉट मिलता है तो जितने भी हमारे संडे के स्लॉट्स हैं वो बच जाएंगे, तो we'll get some more time that we spend on this topic, क्योंकि अगर आपको प्रॉपरली ये सारी चीजें बताना है, सिखाना है, then we require time. I required at least 18 to 20 lectures. अभी हम 10th सेशन हमने कंप्लीट किया, 10 सेशन हमने कंप्लीट किया, क्लासरूम सेशन होता तो 15 सेशन में हम कंप्लीट कर देते, देयर इज नो एनी इशू, बट this is the online session, that's why a lot of things are there which impact our teaching learning, that's why I require 3 or 4 more sessions. अगर ये 2 सेशंस हमारे हम संडे स्लॉट में अगर कर लेते हैं, if you adjust your time accordingly, then we'll get 2 extra session, okay, in that we can discuss this such type of case studies, okay. So ये case study हम अगले सेशन में पढ़ेंगे. In the next slot, I will explain you the case study of succession plan. We'll discuss on that case study of succession plan. And the second one, I will just go through with that toolkit, जो आपका succession planning का toolkit. And अगर time बचता है, so then we'll start our that career planning topic in next week. Okay. So right now, I'm expecting from all of you to just to give me the schedule or the slot on Saturday. Try to fix it. अगर कोई भी प्रायोरिटीज होंगे आपके जॉब रिलेटेड, थोड़ा आप थोड़ा पोस्टपोन कीजिए फॉर 2 सेशंस, एंड दैट इज अ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी विद इन नेक्स्ट मंथ, आप या फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट वीक आप कभी भी मुझे 2 स्लॉट दे दीजिए. सो विल कवर दैट 2 चैप्टर्स, दैट इज अ कंटेम्पररी इशू एंड लेटेस्ट ट्रेंड. I tried a lot to convince the trainer to take it on Sunday, but the reason is that he's not free because he's having other commitments. Okay, so वो गेस्ट स्पीकर है तो उसके कहने पे हमको चलना पड़ेगा. तो यू आर माई स्टूडेंट, सो आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग. ओके, कैन यू वर्क ऑन इट ऑल ऑफ यू? Alicia, Dipali, Sunny, Vencia.
Yes, sir, we'll discuss and we'll get back to you because the thing is, our Saturdays have also gone working. We had an off earlier, but due to this pandemic, we are working on Saturdays also.
Yeah. I know that's why I given that flexibility ना to decide yourself. अगर कुछ नहीं होता तो then midway कुछ ना कुछ निकालना पड़ेगा. We'll work out in the mid plan. But आप देखिए, आप कुछ एडजस्ट कर सकते हो क्या? Saturday whole day you can you can select any slot. Okay, as per your convenience. 2 hour का slot आप fix कर दीजिए.
It's for guest lecture, sir.
Guest lecture on that 2 topics. 2 lectures will be there. IT वाला, talent management and technology and talent management, and the contemporary issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I will do, I will share your that exam wala thing, but before that I think 5 minutes time is there. Okay. तो मैं थोड़ा केस स्टडी के बारे में बता देता हूँ आपको, आप एक बार देख लीजिए थोड़ा. Just give me 2 minutes. So the case study is about, are you able to see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो मैं एक्चुअल लाइव आपको दिखाऊंगा कि हाउ द HR, दैट इज हर नेम इज सारा, हाउ she framed the succession plan for his company organization, how she get the challenge. Okay, when she know that one position get vacant of vice president in her organization. So how she just handle that situation and come up with one succession plan, strategic plan, okay, which help organization to fill that particular position and establish a talent pipeline. That part we'll see in next lecture, and along with that आपको एक मिनट I have this share this toolkit. Please go through it. आप एक बार देख लीजिए this toolkit. I think I have shared it on WhatsApp. आप एक बार देख लीजिए, गूगल क्लासरूम में भी मैंने शेयर किया है. यहाँ पे स्टेप बाय स्टेप हर एक चीज आपको बताई गई है कि हाउ यू कैन फ्रेम द सक्सेशन प्लान. तो एक बार आप पढ़ लीजिए ये नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए, तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. कोई भी डाउट होगा तो यू कैन आस्क मी इन नेक्स्ट सेशन अबाउट दिस. सो स्टेप 1, स्टेप 2, स्टेप 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 डेवलप इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. तो हर एक चीज का यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है कि हाउ यू कैन गो थ्रू फ्रॉम आइडेंटिफाइंग द बिजनेस केस till the final implementation of your succession. Okay, got it? Please acknowledge me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll stop for today. Your exam will start at 11:15. It's a 10 marks exam on talent acquisition part. 15 minutes time is given, 1.5 minute time for each question. So try to attempt it as early as possible. If you face any technical difficulty, you can just put a WhatsApp message to me. I'm available on WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Take 10 minutes break, and at 11:15 check a link on Google Classroom. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.